Hello and welcome to Murroe, and we are here at the start of the Slieve Felim Way. Today I'm going to show you how to hike and climb the Slieve Felim mountains. So we need to get to our starting point, which is the Glenstal Woods car park. So let's go. And here we are at Glenstal Woods Trailhead and car park. As you can see, parking is quite small, but it's not as busy as Cratloe Woods here. There is a 15k Glenstal Woods loop which goes around the Slieve Felim mountains and brings you back to this point again. It's all fire road, so you don't need any particular trail shoes to do that. But if you're going to head up to the summits like we are today, I recommend you definitely have on a pair of trail shoes because it can get quite boggy over here. From our starting point up to the Main Slieve Felim mountain, it's just under 5 kilometers along the Slieve Felim Way, and then we get to this turn off point here which is going to bring us up to the summit. After that we're going to head up to Slieve Felim South East, which is probably one of the easiest summits to get to. There's an alternative place to park here. It's very hard to find, but I'm going to try to get up a link on the map here. If you park here, you can get up to this summit after 1 kilometer, and then you can head over to the other summit of Slieve Felim South West, which is the main Slieve Felim mountain that you can see from Murroe. It can get quite boggy here, so I would definitely have trail shoes on if you're coming over this way. You can head up towards the summit, which is about here. It's the only one that has a summit marking. It has a trig pillar. I'm going to come back down this way, but I don't recommend you do that. If you see probably on the video later, it's really boggy here, so you definitely don't want to be coming back down that way. It is possible, but I don't recommend. So I'd recommend you park here and go to Slieve Felim South East, or else Slieve Felim South West. And if you want to go to the main Slieve Felim mountain, I would park here, I'd start here and head up. So that's it, let's get running. Hello and welcome to our first turn off point. We are in the heart of the Slieve Felim Mountains. Such a quiet place. So from the Glenstal Trailhead we've run along the Slieve Felim Way for 2.5 miles, and then you're going to come to a little bit of a gap like that. There's no markings or nothing to the summit, so it's quite easily missed. About 400 meters back there's a similar looking turn off, but it has a mast, so do not turn there or else you'll be late for work, put it that way. We're about 300 meters from summit of the Main Slieve Felim mountain here, so we're just going to follow this single track here. We'll come to a boggy kind of mound, and that's where you're going to need your trail shoes. So let's go. And here we are at the main boggy section where you need to climb a little mount to get to the summit. Some days you need your snorkel. If it's cold, normal trail shoes will do you. So we're gonna get some nice views up here of Keeper Hill. It's 2.8 miles from where we started to here. So let's see, do we need our snorkel today? There is no marking on this summit, so you just have to go to the highest point. Usually you come up, you meet a bog road around there, but it's really beautiful place. Just follow the deer tracks. At least you can see where you're going. You won't end up going down a bit of a bog or something. As you can see, Limerick City. Over here it's Slieve Felim East, which is the main mountain you see if you're from Murroe. That's the summit that you're going to see. Alright, so here is the bog road. Doesn't look very appealing. I've walked across it before. It's not as bad as it looks, so I'm going to walk it and show you. It's kind of frozen, which is good. So that's why I always say it's better to come up here on a cold day when the bog is all hardened, because otherwise you're going to be sinking into stuff. Especially this summit, because there's no marking here or anything, so it's kind of boring old summit. But the views up here, the views are beautiful. So this looks like the highest point. Like I said, there's no markings, so you just have to use your own guess. We got Limerick City over there. You can see the wind turbine, Vistacon, Torrin Park after it, Cartla Woods, Moilusa. We got Keeper Hill over here with some snow on it. Over here we've got Coolon, Knockstana, Slieve Felim South, Slieve Felim East, and then Murroe. Okay, so that's the main Slieve Felim mountain done. Gotta make our way back. We're gonna head over to Slieve Felim South, which I think is the best Slieve Felim mountain to climb. It's the easiest. I'm gonna show you a shortcut where you can drive and start, but if you're here for the day and you want to hike around them, you can follow this track. It's very easy to get lost coming back down from this summit because everything looks the same. So if you are coming up to this one, just make sure you remember the trail you came. So you're going to be walking back across that bog road, and then you're going to go back down through that mound you came. So that's something you need to be aware of if you're coming up here. But over in Slieve Felim South, it's actually pretty easy to find your way up and down. So we're going to head over there now, so let's go. And we're back down to where we turned off. If you follow the yellow man back, you'll have just under 10 kilometers done back to Glenstal. Instead, I'm going to head up and follow this way, which continues along the Slieve Felim Way, and that's going to bring us to Slieve Felim South. But I'm going to show you another place to park over there, so I'd recommend that one if you're going to bring family. Slieve Felim South probably has the best views and it's probably easier to get to. So let's head over. And welcome back. We are here at the base of Slieve Felim South and Coolon over there, which is the biggest mountain in the range. But we're not going to do that today because we think that deserves a video of its own. As you can see, parking here is very limited. So if you're going to park here, just be mindful not to block any gates. Now, if you came up, you would notice that there's no barrier here. The rest of the trails have barriers. This barrier here brings you over to Coolon. This one here brings you back down to the start, but it's usually closed off, so I wouldn't recommend going back down that way in case you get locked in. The way we came up obviously has no barrier, so that's how to remember to get back. The first left after you come up, that's where we're going today. That's going to bring us to Slieve Felim South, and it's going to be 1 kilometer from here. So let's go. And here we are at our next turnoff point. See, beautiful Coolon over there. After about 800 meters you'll get here. As you can see, there's a bit of mountain dug to the side for heavy trucks. So once you get here, you know where you're going. So that's fine, hello. And then you come to this, which is where it gets a little bit tricky, so you need to watch your footing. And if you have your children with you, just hold their hand when you're crossing this. Just aim for the highest point and then make your way across. It's not that far, probably about 200 meters, and the views are going to be worth it. It's the easiest of the Slieve Felim mountains to get to, and it's probably worth it. It's the easiest of the Slieve Felim summits to get to. I just want to recommend hiking if you're going to come here, especially if you have family. Because the views are beautiful. There's the main Slieve Felim where we came from a while ago. Here we are, top of Slieve Felim South, South West, South East, whatever you want to call it. The views are spectacular. Views of Slieve Felim South. We're going to head over to Slieve Felim East next, which is over there. It's the only one that has a bit of a summit marking. It actually has a trig pillar. Everything else is just open mountain. Usually on a good day you have great views of the Galtee Mountains from here, and you can see all the way to Kerry. But obviously today there's a lot of cloud around. It's still nice and clear, which is good. It's nice for hiking. So from where we started, it's only about 1 kilometre to get to this point, and I'll show you maps in the links if you want to use them. If you're coming from the Glenstal side, which is over there, it's about 4.5 miles to get to this point. And obviously if you're going back, that's 9 miles, so it is quite long. But if you're coming up here with family, or if you're coming up here maybe with someone a bit older, I'd recommend starting from the point down there where we came from. Okay, so all that's left to do is to get over there to Slieve Felim East, so let's go. As you can see, Murroe down there. This is Slieve Felim East. This is the main Slieve Felim that you can see when you're looking for Murroe. So, hello everybody down there. Now, this is the only summit that's marked with something. There's actually a trig pillar up here, and it's very hard to see. So it's actually very easy to miss. So when you're coming up here along the trail to Slieve Felim East, just have a look to your right hand side when you think you're at the highest point, and that will hopefully reveal the trig pillar. So let's go up and see what the view's like. It can be quite boggy here when it's been raining for a while, so you might need a new pair of socks after it. But it's not that difficult to get to. And the views are worth it. Now, this is what I face with in the Slieve Felim Mountains. Bog, and lots of it. So you have to choose your path wisely. This looks a bit safe. So let's go this way. And here we are at the summit of Slieve Felim East, which is the only one that's marked with anything. And again, we have some lovely views. Trailhead Woods, Limerick City, Murroe, the Main Slieve Felim, Keeper Hill hiding behind it, Slieve Felim East, cool on. And hiding over there is the one we were a while ago, which is Slieve Felim South East. And the galties are hidden away today. So that's it for the Slieve Felim summit today. I hope you're gonna come up here. It's a great place to be, especially when the weather is good. They're not too strenuous to climb, especially if you start at the second point here. But if you have some time during the day, if you start in Glenstal, you can still follow the Slieve Felim Way, and you can actually do a 9-mile loop and it'll bring you back to the starting point where you came from. So I definitely recommend that for a day out. And if you don't want to try Keeper Hill, which might be a bit more strenuous. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and get on your trail shoes and get up here and see what it's like. Thanks.